Right, apologies for the technical issues, fellas. I don't really know what else I can say other than I'm sorry. We're having massive issues tonight with the tech in the second half, especially. It is what it is. We'll get on with it, but we're back live now. So if you know anybody that was watching the stream and has lost it, just send them the link to the new one. Because yeah, technology is never our friend here at Bar on My Mind. But yeah, especially tonight, it's obviously screwing us over. But that's the essence with live TV. You know, they say that when you're live, you just got to go with it. But yeah, thank you. The Posh GK says up the posh. So much needed positivity at this tough time for Peterborough for Peterborough United fans all over the country as our stream goes down. As Caden should be getting in here soon, so he'll be able to cover the Portsmouth game for us. Let me just get our other live match reporter in Dan. He should be getting in here now. Caden, just while I sort some stuff out, talk us through Pompey.
Pompey have appealed for a penalty here, and they're going forward here. Oh no! Is this another missed chance for Portsmouth there? They should have extended their leads. They're a bit similar to Posh in the fact that they can't get shots off a goal. Well, they can't score goals. That's the key issue with Portsmouth. That was shambolic. But yeah, it's been a real scrappy game. Most of the time, and the penalty is the only thing that's really happened in this game, apart from missed chances and really scrappy play. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that Reading goal. I got to say, do we want to go over to Max? Oh no, that is not good. Don't speak too soon, as they say.
Yeah, we'll go to Max. Footmob has just told me Reading received a red card. Reading received a red card. Correction, Reading did not receive a red card. Reading received a red card. That's the 4 notifications I've just got. Max, can you confirm or deny, did Reading receive a red?
So I'm going to do a bit of a Chris Kamara here, and I'm not really sure myself. I would. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But Reading have received a red card. Someone has been sent off. I'm getting reports from my fellow friend Jack Lincoln.
All right, well, that's an absolute mess at Derby. I don't know what's going on with Max. We'll see if we can get him back in a second. I believe Andy Yeardom has been given a second yellow card. Is that true, Max?
Yes, it is true. And I don't know if you can hear me, but I will try and make this as brief as possible. Andy Yeardom has got a second yellow card despite popular belief. It is Reading down to 10, and Derby County are continuing to apply the pressure here. Hopefully, Derby County can put away their second of the game, but currently it is 1-0, 1-1, sorry, Derby County, Reading, and Derby County continue to apply the pressure here.
Yeah, Max had to throw in that little, hopefully Derby get a second comment because he's sat in the Derby end and he has to be a good undercover Peterborough fan or he'll get beaten up or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, we should be back operational now. Hopefully. That's the aim. Let me just check I've got all the scores right. I do. Fantastic. Let me just fix this one at the bottom. But yeah, so Reading with an absolute mountain to climb now because they've got to play for the best part of 30 minutes at Derby County, at a ground which you can get really on top of you in Pride Park with just 10 men. Yeah, really tough stuff now for Reading, and we'll head over to Dan at at Bolton, so he's watching Bolton versus Oxford. Believe we're underway for the second half, or we're just about to be, Dan.
5 minutes played in the second half here, and Bolton have really started with the same intent they had in the first half. As I spoke about, Aaron Collins has been looking to get in behind, and they have done just that then. There was some good build-up play between Toll, who then played it over to Gethin Jones, who played a ball up the pitch, and it was some excellent pass. Wait, has it got a chance here? Or Nathaniel Ogbeta just passed the post. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Jones played up the pitch. Then there's a nice little 1-2, Bodvarsson to Makoma, and then Makoma back to Bodvarsson, and then a little through ball over the top to Aaron Collins, who received the ball on his right foot and went for a volley, and it was more of a half volley, and it's just over the crossbar, and he really should have done better there. With the talent that he has and the time that he had, he seemed very angry with himself, and I'm not surprised. But yeah, Bolton have started second half dominating in the same way that you would expect them to. 51 minutes played, 2-0.
I believe that Portsmouth have got a second goal as well. We'll wait for Caden to either confirm or deny that he's watching that game. I'll just wait for the signal from him, and then we'll hear about that second goal for Portsmouth. And all of a sudden, a night that was looking slightly optimistic from a Peterborough United perspective has crumbled in the last sort of 15 minutes with the Reading red card and Carlisle buckling against Barnsley, and now Bolton 2-0 up and Portsmouth 2-0 up as well. Yeah, it's not looking ideal for Posh fans tonight. It looks like they're going to have a big job on their hands to keep up with those above them. There's always room for a shock in League One, though. We still haven't got Caden, so we'll wait to hear about that Pompey goal. But yeah, it's Yay again. Cassini has his second of the night. I'm not sure if you're ready, Caden, but I'll hand over to you anyway, and we'll just hope.
Yeah, so I just about got a glance on that. Once again, another attempt at a foul from a Burton player. A ball got whipped in, and this time Yengi did finish it. He was stood pretty much right in the middle of the goal. The goalkeeper didn't really have a chance, though, to be fair to him. And it's you probably could say 2 lucky goals, but Portsmouth have extended their lead. Yeah, Burton are honestly one of the dirtiest sides I've ever seen. Yeah, frustrating Portsmouth clearly, but they must be very happy that they've managed to, you should think, put the game to bed. Burton are, they're not exactly the best of sides for sure, and they're playing even worse than what they did on Saturday. But yeah, that's all from me. 2-0 to Portsmouth.
Thank you very much, Caden. So yeah, it's still the onus on Posh to keep winning. Then they're not going to get any let up in League One, it seems, right now. Check the other scores. Don't believe there's been any other massive goals. I saw Blackpool took the lead at Northampton, which is a big goal for Blackpool on the road. To be fair, Blackpool are a side that still will back themselves to potentially get into the playoffs. This goal puts them just 1 point off 6th place Stevenage if they can get the win against the Cobblers tonight. Peterborough United are now back into 5th. They sit with 2 games in hand on the teams in 3rd and 2nd. Derby County on 73 points, Bolton on 74, Posh on 68. Should Posh manage to win tonight and tomorrow night and the results stay the same, though, they would go into 4th place and would be just 2 points behind Derby with a game in hand. So that would be exciting, to say the least. I believe we've got Max back from Pride Park. Max, how's it looking?
Hello. I don't know how long I'll have, so I'll be as quick as I possibly can. But it is a penalty. Dwight Gale was fouled in the box. Reading protest, but to no avail. It is going to be a penalty kick here. And again, I don't know how good my connection is or isn't going to be. but I will try and update you as the penalty is taken. It's good. Who started number 4?
Sounding good. I think your connection is pretty decent, Max.
There we go.
Obviously.
Conor Hourihane to take the penalty. He is the one with going on here. I can't really tell, but he is holding the ball as of current.
That's a very unfortunate time to be kicked out, Max. Don't know if we'll get that second goal. We don't know if we'll get that live coverage of the penalty. Back.
It's gone. Oh, we're back. We're back. Sorry. I don't know if I'm back or not.
You're back. You're back.
Okay. Hourihane is about to take the penalty. The referee is about to blow his whistle. Here we are then. Can the Reading goalkeeper save the penalty as the referee wants to blow his whistle? Here we are then. Whistle's blown. Hourihane steps up. Goal! Keeper the wrong way. And Hourihane has slotted it home into the bottom right-hand side of the goal. The keeper had no chance. He was sent the wrong way. And it is now Derby County 2, Reading 1. It is much deserved lead. But the Rams are ahead here at Pride Park. And now Reading have a mountain to climb. The Rams 1, the Rams 2, Reading 1.
Thank you very much, Max, for that commentary on that goal. We've seen a goal live at a football stadium, which is nice to see. Yeah, as he said, Derby County 2, Reading 1, and he made a good point there. This seems like it's going to be Reading. It's such a big task with 10 men to defend. They're going to have to do more defending. You'd be surprised if it ends 2-1 to Derby, to be fair. Derby will be backing themselves to go out and maybe even get a few more goals. But yeah, confirmation. Conor Hourihane is the one that picks from the penalty spot. Yeah, such an experienced midfielder, good at set pieces, strong. As I believe that we've got a goal elsewhere. To be fair, yeah, we may as well go into this now where I'm gonna get everyone on at all times. So we'll get Caden and Dan, just get ready, and we'll have you all on. And then we can just sort of talk about our games that we're watching. Dan, has there been a goal at Bolton?
Yep, there has. It's really cool, to be honest. From outside the box, Aaron Collins, he's been working hard all game. There's a free kick taken, which Oxford couldn't play their hands very well. And Aaron Collins received the ball. Sorry, Thomason. Well, it's an absolute mess. Thomason's taken the shot, and Aaron Collins is wheeled away celebrating because it's taken a deflection of what looks like to be Aaron Collins' bum, and it's gone in the far corner. And I don't. It's yeah. So that's third goal, really jammy, and Oxford must just feel absolutely terrible now. 3-0, 59th minute.
Cheers, Dan. We'll keep you with us, obviously, because we're going to keep all three of us on here. So just shout us if anything major happens in any of those games. But Bolton looking good, Caden. Portsmouth looking good as well. Are you getting a little bit nervous?
Well, I'm not confident we'll get top 2 if this keeps happening every game week. It's really not going well for Posh. I think it's five out of the 7 teams are playing. Top 7 teams are playing in League One, and 5 of which are winning, which really does not help Posh whatsoever. We were given a bit of hope with the Reading equaliser, but that red card really didn't help Posh whatsoever. It's a bit of a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a shame. You hope that at least one of the teams around us would drop some points tonight. It's not looking like that's going to happen. I mean, any change for Portsmouth, or are they just seeing this game against a Burton side that are largely sort of given up?
Yeah, Portsmouth really in control of this game, you'd say. Although Burton do get the odd chance. Both teams are playing really scrappy, I've got to say. Burton are breaking away here. It's an absolute mess. But they can't get a shot away. When they did attempt to, he sliced the Portsmouth player, and now the referee's blown his whistle while Burton were on the attack. This is an absolute mess of a game. This challenge is flying everywhere. I can't believe there's been 2 goals, to be honest. Obviously, one of them being a penalty, one of them being quite scrappy. But yeah, I'm just seeing a replay, and that the Burton player wasn't happy that the ref's blown his whistle when they were on the attack. But yeah, it's Portsmouth in cruise control, and it looks like they're going to pick up 3 points here.
Wow. So we've had 2 goals just come in now. Lincoln are beating Cambridge 4-0 in Lincolnshire. An absolute murder of Gary Monk's side. And ex-posh Joe Taylor has scored 2 of the 4 goals. He's just got his second of the game. So Jack Moylan and Joe Taylor both on fire. And wow, Lincoln are really, really turning up the heat at the moment. Obviously, the results around them doesn't help, with Blackpool winning. Oxford losing does, but if they can get playoffs, they're going to be hard to face. They've kept some really important clean sheets so far this season. Carlisle 1, Barnsley 3 as well. So that game's gone pretty much out of doubt. It doesn't seem like Barnsley are going to draw a point this evening. Jonathan Russell has got his goal. And so, yeah, it's looking relatively comfortable. Dan, any update from Bolton?
Just on that last goal, having seen a replay, I can confirm that it actually took a huge deflection off the Oxford fullback Gregory Lay, and I don't know why Collins has run off claiming that. I think it will go down as Thomas's goal because I think it was on target, but it's taken a huge wicked deflection, completely taken it in a complete different direction, and a really lucky goal for Bolton, and Oxford will feel really unlucky, especially the attacking players, as like 2, you could say, unlucky or defensive errors have cost them their sort of place in keeping this a close and contested game. But yeah, I think Oxford are just damage limitation now. I don't think they can see themselves getting back into this, so it would just be a case of not letting it get embarrassing.
Yeah, 100%. So just to go through the scores in League One, go through all of them. Josh Massey said, good display from Dan, by the way. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. Carlisle 1, Barnsley 3, Derby County 2, Reading 1, Fleetwood 0, Bristol Rovers 0. If Fleetwood could get a winner in that game, with it sat 0-0 right now, it'd be a massive result for them. Leyton Orient 0, Port Vale 0. Port Vale away from home, haven't picked up many points on the road this season. They'll be hoping to get that win. If Fleetwood can win and Port Vale can win, that makes the relegation scrap a little bit more interesting. Drags teams like Cambridge and Burton, who Caden are watching at the minute, into the relegation battle. Cobblers 0, Blackpool 1, Portsmouth 2, Burton 0, Shrewsbury 0, Exeter 3, Wickham 1, Wigan 0, and Bolton 3, Oxford 0. Josh Massey needs a Fleetwood and Orient goal for £1,200. Well, we are cheering for you, Josh Massey, as I believe there's been a goal at Bolton. Dan McClellan.
It's that man, Aaron Collins, again. It's a beautiful whipped ball from Ogbeta, who's been having an outstanding game. So creative, like we saw at Peterborough going forward last season. And he's not really been called into defensive work at all, if I'm honest. And it's a really well-worked play from Bolton. They managed to get it out to the left-hand side. Oxford, once again, creating their own downfall. They give it away in their defensive third. And yeah, John Daddy Bodvarsson plays it to Collins, who then with a lovely backheel pass out to Ogbeta, and then makes the run to the back post, where he slides in to convert his first of the game. And Yeah, that's easily the game out of sight now. I think that both teams are just going to start making some subs, rest them legs for their next game now because the contest's over. So, yeah, 4-0 here, 25 minutes left to play.
Yeah, scary display from Bolton, who's been really, really good on the telly from what it sounds like. Yeah, I mean, Posh have still got to play them at home, which they'll be feeling confident to beat anybody at London Road. But yeah, apparently Reading have just made 5 subs at Derby, which is, you don't see that often. What, 5 at the same time? 5. Interesting. Apparently, the referee is giving Derby County absolutely everything this evening, which is good to see. Well,
Why is that good to see? Sorry.
I say good to see jokingly. One of the worst. The second yellow looks like an absolute joke from what I've just seen. Do you remember Thompson's red second yellow at Derby? Yeah, that was basically what's just happened to Reading's player, Andy Yiadom. He hasn't even touched the Derby player. The Derby player's gone down. And wow, a penalty, a red card's been given for that second yellow. So that's really not good. As Forest Green are still leading at Bradford City. I've got a mate who supports Bradford City who I'm very nervous over text messages now. Some big other results in League Two, Wimbledon reigniting their playoff hopes, beating Gillingham by 2-0. Gillingham have had to play with 10 men for most of this evening, though, after Connor Masterson picked up 2 yellow cards in 2 minutes to get sent off. Notts County down to 10, drawing with Crawley. Crewe beating by 1-0. Grimsby beating MK Dons by 1-0. Newport County 4. Morecambe 3. It was 2-0 Newport. Then Morecambe got one back through Gwion Edwards. Then Newport County scored a third. Then Morecambe made it 3-2, 3-3. Gwion Edwards ex-Posh scoring again, and then Newport have got 1 goal to get themselves in front again. And Tranmere are leading Mansfield as well. As in the Champions League, it's still 2-1 to Barcelona, so they're looking like they may go through to the next round. But Arsenal have got a goal, so they're level on aggregate, but they need to score again to secure their place in the next round of the Champions League.
I've got to say, Portsmouth really don't have any hope in the Championship with this team.
Do you think?
I mean, maybe it might help playing some teams that play better football. We saw that with Ipswich. They kept, a sort of similar team, yet they're still, yet they're playing a lot better football because the sides they're playing play a lot cleaner football. But anyway, yeah, Portsmouth just really, really scrappy. Same with Burton, really, but going forward, they've not been the best whatsoever.
Yeah, I believe we've got another goal at Bolton. I don't know if it's come up on your stream yet, Dan, but that's what I'm seeing. Is that true?
Give me 1 second. Waiting for it. I'm on the old Sky Go app, and that's always about a minute or 2 behind.
Oh, Caden, I believe we may be going to you as well in a minute.
Yeah,
I've got
in
a
a
notification.
Yeah, I think it's coming. Oh, that's a lovely finish, to be fair. Cogley's got down to the byline and managed to cut it back for Magcomber, who's unable to score, but then the block from the Oxford defender. Nothing's going right for them tonight. Everything tries going wrong. And it falls to Sheehan, the number 8 for Bolton, who just curls a low shot into the far corner. It's lovely. The defenders can't get anywhere near it. Nothing too powerful. He just places it perfectly. And it seems that everything Bolton's trying is coming off, and everything Oxford's trying is just going wrong. You've got to feel for them. But Bolton are now making some changes, and yeah, that'll be game over.
So, Caden, you're shaking your head. What?
So I've not seen the goal yet, but I'm seeing a long throw here from Burton. It's when that guy does a weird thing throws the ball behind his back.
Hamer. Yeah.
Oh, no. That wasn't even a goal.
Well, I
When's
think
this goal coming? I should
we've got
probably
a spoiler
refresh
coming
it.
for you, Caden, because I believe Burton are about to score.
Yeah. Hopefully it was
Which-
a Will Norris mistake from the goal kick. Oh, actually.
that certainly makes it interesting.
Oh, yeah, I've just seen the goal. It was a pretty scrappy goal, but one that Will Norris probably should have saved. He's tried to stop it. He's hit his foot, but it's managed to get in the back of the net. I don't know how. It was. It got given a corner actually instead of a goal kick for Burton. They took it very quickly, and it was that guy that I said was good at the weekend. I could see something in him, but yeah, it's another mistake from Will Norris. Pompey fans will be slaughtering him if Burton managed to get another back. But yeah, hopefully Burton can get the confidence now and push for a second, which I reckon they probably could with 9 minutes left, or at least I'm sure they can give it a good go.
Yeah, we'll keep a good eye on you, Caden. For the next goal, it's another goal for Lincoln. Wow, Cambridge United are getting murdered. In Lincolnshire, it's 5-0. Yeah, that's. I mean, fair play to Lincoln. As I've said, Michael Scabala's done an excellent job. That's 2 games in a row now that Lincoln have scored 5 goals away at Barnsley and at home to Cambridge. No mean feat that. Yeah, wow, fair enough. Lincoln on the charge. Points off the playoffs. Stevenage with 2 games in hand, but I believe Stevenage have still got to play some really, really tough sides. Yeah, they've still got to play Posh away, Bolton at home, Charlton away, Barnsley at home, Oxford away. It's not looking necessarily easy. As Carlisle pull one back.
Yeah, so we've been given 2 glimpses of hope, and Burton are really pushing for a goal here. No, that's a penalty, ref. I'm fuming with that. It's a clear penalty. The Burton players are going mental, and he's been given a yellow card for diving. Let me see a replay of this, because no way. Oh, he stuck his foot out. It's a clear penalty, I'm telling you. He's been booked for diving. Are you joking me? I'm fuming. I am absolutely fuming. Burton broke away. It should have been a penalty. And Portsmouth are making 2 subs here. Colby Bishop and is that White? Did you say? Is that how you pronounce it? Number 11. Two attacking substitutions. Yeah, 2 attacking substitutions, which is a bit strange from Portsmouth here. Let's see what happened to that. But I'm really hoping that Burton can go up there and score, because I wouldn't say they deserve it, but Portsmouth haven't been miles the better team. It's a bit like what happened on Saturday, to be fair. I'd love to see a Burton goal at this stage, and it really should have been a penalty.
Yeah, Lincoln 6, Cambridge 0. What is going on? Gary Monk is not loving life at Cambridge. Maybe they just need to realise that they're not very good. Carlisle, yeah, as we said, pulled one back. They'll be pushing against Barnsley to get an equaliser. Dan, is it still much of the same? Still much of Bolton's dominance? And how impressed have you been with Bolton this evening?
To be honest, I think their build-up play hasn't been amazing. They've not blown me away, but the thing that has impressed me is how clinical they are. I'd say they've pretty much scored every clear-cut chance they've had. They don't really make mistakes too much in terms of attacking. And I think a minute ago, I think there's an argument that Oxford should have had a red card. In my opinion, it's probably a red card. Aaron Collins again, who's been causing lots of danger, got through and goal, and he got taken out. He's not the ball past the defender, and the defender's just taken him out, not got any of the ball, and it's been given as a yellow, and I just can't really see why. I think it's one of those where maybe if it was still 0-0 and it was like a really heated game, then I think that'd be given as a red. I think it's just the nature of the game maybe that has stopped the ref from giving a red. But anyway, I can see Caden celebrating, so I'll hand it over to him.
I saw a long throw for Burton, although Will Norris came out to claim it. Unfortunately, it didn't. The long throw wasn't far enough, unfortunately, for Burton. Let's hope they can get over somehow.
Carlisle, I've got up here are piling on the pressure on Barnsley. So yeah, we're all sort of ooh and ahhing at our games. Dan's probably got the most comfortable of the lot there, sat watching Bolton just pass the ball about in the north. But other than that, it's all pretty tough.
Missed chance for Portsmouth there. A drag shot from outside the box. I'm praying they get an equaliser here.
How long's left at Pompey?
Say again?
What was that, sorry?
How long's left in the Pompey game?
Just over 4 minutes with added time, and we're getting another long throw here. It's basically like giving them a corner, as Charlie said. I'm pretty sure, but let's see what this guy can do. Here, he does the thing where he dries the ball in his shirt and he gives a little swizzle around.
Oh, Bolton are away. Oh my God, he's cooked him.
Oh yeah, he's done the long throw in. They've cleared the ball. Brilliant. Right, we go again, lads. Go on.
A throwback for you here. Cameron Jerome, big 37, has just burned through the Oxford United defence, and he's chopped his defender and taken a shot cold into the far corner. But it's just saved. But I didn't think he'd have the pace in the tank to do that at the age of 37. But he's a top athlete, is our Cameron.
Yeah.
So anyway, 5-0, 77 minutes played.
We've got multiple players on the floor over here. Portsmouth are just faking injuries at this point. And as soon as the Bombay players seen the long throw, well, the player stood up for the long throw and got back up on his feet. We're getting another long throw here. It's getting ridiculous at this point, how many we've seen so far. Well, it's not quite that long of a throw, but it's entered the penalty area. Pompey have regained possession.
Fleetwood have capitalised on Bristol Rovers' lack of attacking quality tonight. 0-0 that ends for Fleetwood. That'll be a really frustrating one. One of those games where if they just had one moment of quality, Fleetwood, they would have got a massive 3 points for their survival hopes. Derby clinging on against Reading. It does seem that Reading, despite having 10 men, are giving it a real crack, which is fair play to them. They've done that all season. They've battled. Burton battling down south, Carlisle battling up north. Can either sides do Posh a massive favour and get an equaliser?
Free kick here. It's been pumped forward. They're trying to get anything, honestly. And any sort of goal would be great for them. It goes in and it's a goal kick. Yeah, there's not really... Burton don't really offer much going forwards. Although if they did have that 6'9" striker, I'm sure they'd be scoring a few more goals. I'm pretty sure he's out injured or something. But you can see why they signed him on loan from Huddersfield in January, because that he would make the difference, wouldn't he? Honestly.
Yeah, they definitely felt like something they were missing from their play was a bit of physicality up front on Saturday. So, yeah, it's looking like there's going to be 8 minutes of stoppage time at Derby. So if there's going to be late drama, there's plenty of time for Reading to do it in. I might actually get that game up, that Derby-Reading game. Obviously, we've got Max at the game.
Is Max gone?
Better updates, but just from sort of pure interest personally, see how Derby are doing against a side that really they should have put a couple past by now. Reading with 10 men having to commit because they were behind. I mean, I think Derby have been given a massive favour in the awarding of that red card by the referee, and they've not necessarily taken the most of it. Wow. What a save by the Reading goalkeeper there.
We're actually seeing some entertaining games tonight. unexpectedly from what we saw in the first half, really. But League One football in the second half, it does usually step up a bit, doesn't it? Although on Tuesday nights, you don't usually see this many goals, I got to say.
No, it's a really good night of football so far. Hope you've enjoyed the stream as well. Josh Massey says Orient finished 0-0. Yeah, frustrating that one again for Port Vale. You think one moment of quality, and you're off. And you get a really big 3 points. I'm just watching back this chance that Derby missed. Barkhuizen laid it across, and really, is it Waghorn that should score? The ball's just played into the penalty area. He's on the slide, but he just has to lift it up over the goalkeeper. And Caden, I see quite a few people on Twitter agree with your opinion that Burton have been robbed of a penalty in this game.
Honestly, it's like I'm a Burton fan at this point. I was so passionate about it because it really should have been a penalty.
Yes,
you tripped him up.
Seeing little miscarriages of justice like that in football, especially when it happens to like little teams that are fighting for every single thing away at bigger grounds against better teams.
Yeah. It was right in front of the Burton fans as well.
Barnsley 3, Carlisle 2 is the full-time score there. So Carlisle, despite mounting a little late show, just couldn't quite get that point. But again, Barnsley are one of those teams that if we win our games and deal with us, they won't trouble us, Barnsley, in terms of finishing above us. We've got the games and the points on them as Northampton finish 1-0 against Cobblers. Exeter win 3-0 at Shrewsbury. Big win for them. Good result, that.
Honestly, Portsmouth players diving all over the place here. This is frustrating me. Come on, try the ball already.
Derby's still going here.
Crossing the box to nobody. They're once again appealing. Burton have honestly been robbed. It's always the small sides.
I have to
Nothing
feel for
against
them.
Burton. How was that offside?
Giving it a real go here, Reading, with 10 men. You have to say fair play to them. I mean, they're not really getting anywhere. They're just lumping balls long and seeing if anything sticks. And Cashin's having a really, really good game at centre-back, but...
Full time at Carlisle, Barnsley, unfortunately.
I mean, at the end of the day, we shouldn't be relying on other teams to do us favours. It's in our hands in terms of the teams around us. If we win and we beat them, then we should be able to go up.
Yeah, but you don't usually expect this many of the top teams to win. Although there is a reason why they're at the top, obviously.
Yeah, and there's also, I mean, when you look at what they're all playing, other than Bolton, who are playing an Oxford team that, quite frankly, you never know what you're going to get with them. They're all playing teams lower down in the league that you'd expect them to be on paper. We've got Max here. Max, what's going on?
Oh, my AirPod has just died as you put me in. Bear with me. I can hear you. I don't.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Don't know.
We can hear you, Max, if you can hear us.
So, Reading have given it their best shot. There is only 40 seconds left, but Derby are in the corner. It looks like Derby are going to finish this game victorious. They have deserved the win overall. Reading have given it everything they've got in extra time, really. But Reading just don't have what it takes here. They're a man down, and ever since they lost the man, they never looked like they'd win this game. But during the last seconds, maybe they could have got a goal, but they failed to do so. And I think Derby County are going to walk away here with all 3 points and a deserved 3 points as well. And there you go, as you can hear now, the crowd has gone into relation. It is 2-1. Derby County is the final score. And it must be said, Derby deserved that game. And in the context of Peterborough United, this is not a good result, but a result Derby County deserved. At the end of the game, it's 2-1 Derby County.
Cheers, Max. Excellent coverage from you, considering you're literally sat in the ground. And I hope you make it out safe as well with all the talk about Peterborough United.
I am fuming. It's full time at Fratton Park, and Burton were robbed of a penalty.
Yeah, it's so unlucky because a point like that means so much to Burton. But yeah, we've only got one game left, which is into its final 5 minutes. Bolton 5, Oxford 0. Dan, I see obviously there's going to be no Oxford comeback. Is this just a case of just Bolton keeping the ball and Oxford just trying not to get any injuries or anything like that before their game on Saturday?
More or less. However, Bolton have just gone forward very dangerously. Randall Williams exchanged a quick 1-2, and then he took the ball down the line, whipped it to the far post, and Cogley was there to take a touch, and he's volleyed it, and he just couldn't keep it down. It's flown quite high over the bar. I think he could have scored that, but I really don't think the players are bothered. As far as they're concerned, the job's done. They've got some good goal difference, and as long as they keep winning, that's all they can do. I think, yeah, against a team that are pushing for the playoffs, 5-0 is an unbelievable result.
Yeah, such a massive game for them on Saturday, Bolton. I mean, when you look at it, it's Posh play Portsmouth, so it's sort of what will probably be fourth versus top and then second versus third. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. We now are on so we'll talk you through the top 5 for anybody there. So it's Peterborough are in 5th place, 36 games played on 68 points. And it's Barnsley, 1 more game played, 2 points ahead of them. Bolton have played 2 more games than Posh and sit 6 points ahead. Derby have played 2 more games than Posh and sit 7 points ahead. Portsmouth have played 2 more games than Posh and sit 12 points ahead. So the games in hand are mental, absolutely mental. But if we can win our games in hand, it's 1 point on Derby. And if we beat Portsmouth on Saturday, it's 1 point on Derby and 3 points on Portsmouth. And all of a sudden you're thinking, can we win the league? But yeah, huge game tomorrow against Stevenage. We'll just round up by getting your thoughts on that one. Caden, what are your thoughts ahead of tomorrow's game against Stevenage, and what are your predictions?
I'm slightly looking forward to it. I mean, Stevenage, it can be a good side. We saw what they're like last time we played them. They can be quite dirty. Seen as your average League One team, really. Although they're all quite high up there, aren't they? What are they? Are they sixth currently,
Yeah.
is it? Yeah, which is very good for them. Obviously, overachieving even more than us. So, I mean, it probably is deserved, though. To be fair to them, they've grinded out some good results this season. So, yeah, it is going to be a tough one for us, but I do expect us to be picking up 3 points tomorrow night, especially with the results that we've seen tonight. We can't afford to draw. We probably could have on Saturday, but definitely not tonight. Tomorrow
night. Dan, what's your prediction for tomorrow night?
I'm gonna say Stevenage go 1-0 up in the 18th minute. I'm going to detail prediction. 18th minute, I'm going to say, Pierre Gianni, I reckon, is going to score. Then I think, like we did against Northampton, we're just going to put on an attacking clinic. I'm going to say 4-1. Poku will score, I reckon. I reckon Ricky will score. I reckon Burrows will score. And I fancy Hector Cipriani, Hector the Protector, to get a goal. So I think a comfortable 4-1 win. and we send them back to Stevenage crying.
Caden, did you give a score prediction? Sorry.
No, I didn't. I'll go 3-1 Posh.
Yeah.
Stevenage to score first. Posh to make another comeback at home. I'm not too confident in saying that, as you can probably tell, because Stevenage aren't the worst of sides. But let's just hope we can get those 3 points, and hopefully put multiple goals past Stevenage.
Yeah. Who's your first goal scorer, Caden?
We go Mason Clark. As long as we don't see the Steve Evans celebration in front of that away end tomorrow night, I will be fuming.
Yeah, fair enough.
I thought they
Yeah.
were taking 600 Stevenage. I can't believe it.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
really
they'd take
poor.
like over 1,000.
Is that it?
Yeah, 600. I saw.
What a joke! See, it's
You
down
can
the
literally
road.
get a direct train from Stevenage to Peterborough as well. I don't get it.
It didn't take us long when we got the train.
I know.
Wow.
We sold us out. We sold out, and
We had some in the home end.
we quite a lot. Yeah, some in the home end, and quite a lot of people just couldn't go because they missed out on tickets. Yeah, well, let me check the ticket sales. Yeah, Stevenage just under 700 sold now. That was
what's their average attendance?
away at home.
Yeah.
Let me get it up.
It's got to be 4,000 maybe.
I think it's higher than that.
I reckon it's
Really?
like 5,000 or 6,000. I reckon maybe. It's not.
I mean,
big ground.
if it is that, then that's even worse. I mean, wow, it's just.
I think it depends. So they get, it's usually against the bad teams, it's just under 4,000. Against the good, when it's like a good crowd, it's like 6.5.
You'd say what, 5 on average. So that's 15% of their crowd, maybe. That's rubbish.
I'm not gonna lie, mate. Oxford are terrible. They have genuinely, in the last 30 minutes, they've not strung a single pass together. I don't get how they're 7th. They're worse than Burton, and I didn't think that was possible. They've not even looked close to scoring. They've just literally done nothing. I don't get how they're doing so well.
Yeah, they weren't too good against us. Could be an away thing, maybe. Maybe their home form's a bit better than their away form.
Beat them like 4-0. It wouldn't surprise me. They just really don't look defensively solid at all.
We don't usually score too many goals away. Although Saturday we scored 3.
It's weird.
But if that does, go ahead.
It's weird. I was just saying, it's weird that Bolton have scored like 5 because obviously, like Chazza did some research for the game, and their 2 top scorers are both injured, like Dion Charles, and I'm not going to try and pronounce, like the big striker they signed from Burton.
Adebayo or something.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Really.
Wait.
But yeah.
Wait, they signed it. They signed it from
Yeah,
Burton.
he used to play for Burton. Yeah.
That's not the tall guy, is that? No.
No, it is. I know you think he always scores. He scores against Posh regularly.
No, it's not the tall guy. Not the 6'9" guy.
Oh no. They signed him like last January. But yeah, wow. So yeah, great night of EFL football. Great night of League One football. Posh need to win tomorrow night now, but that was never in doubt. But especially with those results, they need to win. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll round it off there because it's been a long stream this evening. But thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to Caden and Dan, who have given us live updates on their games. Caden on Portsmouth, Dan on Bolton, and then a special shout out as well to Max, who joined us live from Pride Park, which was very exciting. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Yeah, good night. Have a good evening. Cheers very much.